Good morning everyone and welcome to the first weekly vlog of 2026. I've literally just had my haircut. It's actually the afternoon. My lunch is about to come out of the oven. So I don't know why I said good morning. Chances are you're not even watching this in the morning. So really I'm talking absolute nonsense. But anyway, if you haven't already noticed, which I'm sure you have, I'm officially in our new kitchen. We are living in this house now. Finally, there are still quite a few little bits to do. Like me, Charlie and my granddad went round and wrote a whole list the other day of what's left. And there were like, I think 45 things to do. And some of those things were big, like installing the under cabinet lighting in the kitchen. And other things were like screwing on a light switch. Like some of them were tiny. But we have been living here for a couple of weeks. We haven't actually moved into our own bedroom yet. We've been staying in the spare room because we didn't have any curtains in our bedroom. But we finally got curtains yesterday. So tonight might be the night, guys. Anyway, let me grab my lunch out of the oven and then we'll have a very overdue catch up. I feel like I haven't chatted to you in ages. Please ignore the mess behind me. I'm not really sure how long I can keep using the excuse of we've just moved in, but like we still don't have a lot of furniture and stuff. So there's not really anywhere to put anything yet. I'm having mac and cheese for lunch. I really wanted Costa mac and cheese when I went into the city to get my hair cut, but I went into 2 different Costas and they didn't have any mac and cheese. But by that point, I really fancied mac and cheese. So I've just got Tesco. Tesco's finest. 4 cheese mac and cheese or something. It looks good. There's quite a lot of it, but it looks like it's got a good crispy top. I think I left it in for too long because I was filming and I didn't realise the timer was going off. Oh, sorry, look at that. I am very smug right now. Excuse me. Probably not the healthiest lunch in the world, but I really fancied it. I'll think of something healthy for dinner. You know. But I'm trying to be stricter on myself with lunches. I'm really bad for skipping breakfast and lunch and then getting to like 4 p.m. and realising I have a headache. So I'm sort of going with the flow of whatever I fancy if it means I actually eat lunch for the minute. Although yesterday I made this chicken and Greek salad flatbread thing. And the Greek salad had like cherry tomatoes, cucumber and raw red onion in it. And it was so unbelievably oniony. Like Charlie and I just felt like onions for the rest of the day. And even this morning, like when we were getting ready, we were both like, I can still taste onions. Like the onions were so strong, they had gotten through 2 brushes of teeth. It was crazy. So I'm off onions for a bit. It was a nice flatbread though. I would do half the amount of onion next time. But anyway, Happy New Year. I feel like we're basically in mid-January at this point, right? Christmas feels like it was months ago. And I'm just trying to figure out how honest to be. I had a really weird Christmas. We moved in here the week before Christmas, so we just had boxes everywhere. We didn't even have like access to the sofa or the kitchen for like days. None of the rooms were really finished. We were just so keen to get in and we were so excited to be in. But it did just feel relentless because after a whole year, I'm not gonna dwell on it too much, but like last year was just rubbish. It was like mentally very challenging. It was literally like we accepted an offer on the London flat mid-January and then we moved in here the week before Christmas. So like it took a full year, and for a lot of that time all of our stuff was in boxes, so we didn't have access to like most of our own stuff. And then as a result, I feel like I just wasn't looking after myself very well. Like I spent the whole year basically waiting for it to be over, which is such a silly way to spend your time. And like my self-confidence and like self-esteem has really taken a battering as well. And I think it sort of all came to a head around Christmas time because we were in this house, and I'm the sort of person who during stressful times, I think I'm quite good in a crisis. Not to blow my own trumpet, I am often the person that gets called in a crisis because I think I am quite good at like staying relatively calm and like trying to work through it and doing what I can and solving the problem, like fighting the fires. But I think last year just felt relentless, so I'm quite good at just like pushing through and getting on with it when times are tough. But I think it would be really easy to look at that from the outside and go, oh, she's very cool, calm and collected. She's a very strong person. But actually, no, I just save up the breakdowns until later when it feels safe to do so. So basically, I think the whole of last year, it was just one thing after another, and I never had the chance for my breakdown. And then Christmas came, and we were in the house, and it sort of felt like we'd finally gotten everything that we wanted, except for the fact that there was so much still to do in the house. And like, yeah, we couldn't access the kitchen, we couldn't access the TV. We've had some issues, like our extractor fan wasn't working, and there's been a massive leak in the bathroom, so there's like a big wet patch on our kitchen ceiling, and stuff like that. So it was just like stuff kept going wrong, and I think I felt like I'd used up all my resilience, and it was frustrating because it was like I'm so happy to be living here. Like, genuinely, I love this house so much. So I'm so proud of like everything that we've done, and I'm so thankful to my granddad and my nanny for all of their support throughout the last year, and for all the help they've given us on this house. Like, I am obsessed with this house, and once we are unpacked, it will be fine. But like right now, I'll give you a little peek. Everything looks a lot like that. Like there's a corner of every room that is just boxes, or like that's a sofa obviously that doesn't really fit in this house. And yeah, I just completely lost it, to be honest, over Christmas. Like, I just couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop sleeping either. But I think the fact the world kind of gives you permission to disappear for a few days between Christmas and New Year, and I did, and it was amazing. But then everyone started talking about New Year's resolutions, and I just still sort of didn't feel ready to activate my brain again. Like, it was like it shut down. Normally I love a goal, I love a fresh start, I love New Year, and I still do. But this year felt different because I just felt too tired for it all. All of this to say, I think my New Year's resolutions for this year are just to try my best. To take care of myself, take things slowly, and like really put down my roots in this house. Like, give myself the time to really set things up very intentionally. And I learned so much through decluttering the flat that I feel like a lot of those lessons I'm really trying to utilise while I'm setting this house up. But yeah, 2025 for me was a big year of change. I need 2026 to be like a year of kindness and consistency. Although, I was listening to my favourite podcast, Leave a Message. It is my absolute favourite at the minute. I cannot get enough of it. And they were saying, I think this was actually an episode from last New Year, maybe, but they were saying that going into 2025, in terms of the Lunar New Year or the Chinese New Year, I'm not sure which one or if they are different or the same thing actually, but apparently it was the year of the snake. So it was all about like shedding and change and transformation, and I really feel like last year was that for me, big time. I'm turning 30 this year, which in terms of like astronomy means it's around the time, I think, so right now I don't know a lot about this stuff, but from what I gather, means it's time for my Saturn return, which apparently is a lot about like refinding yourself and like going back to your roots, or like reigniting old hobbies, or I don't know. Apparently it's a big year of change as well, and that happens I think between the ages of 28 and 30. Although to me that just kind of sounds less like it's anything to do with astrology, and more just that like a lot of people by like their late 20s to early 30s kind of have a bit more of an idea of what they want, so like they make these big changes. I don't know, I feel like I can't even like string a sentence together, so sorry. I just want 2026 to be like a year of sowing seeds, basically. I want us to feel super settled in this house. I want it to really feel like home, and like we know where everything is and nothing's in boxes anymore. I want to get settled into more of a routine with work, because with the house renovation and everything, I feel like my work really took a backseat. Everything of my own really took a backseat, to be honest. I really feel like I lost my personality there. I'm going through a bit of a phase of hating all my clothes, hating the way I do my makeup, everything. So I definitely need to do like a big wardrobe declutter where I actually try everything on. A, to remind me of what I have, and B, if I genuinely don't like it, then need to get rid of it and make some space, and then really think through a few new pieces that make me feel excited again, because at the moment every day I go, oh my god, I have to get dressed again, I don't think I can do it, which is so annoying because like I love fashion and clothes and stuff, so that is so unlike me. But I think it's just a bit of a an indicator that just like, I'm just tired. I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm determined for 2026 to be a positive year. If you're an OG to this YouTube channel, you will know this. But basically, in 2024, I weekly vlogged every single week. And I loved it. It was so fun, like chatting with you guys every single week. And I've been a content creator for quite a long time now, on Instagram especially, and TikTok, but like Instagram for longer. And I do love it, but there's something about YouTube, it just feels like you're chatting with friends. It's so much nicer. I just love it. It's my favourite platform. And I really didn't upload here as much as I wanted to last year for obvious reasons. Jesus Christ, guys, when they say that moving house is one of the hardest and most stressful things you can do, I just sort of thought that I was gonna be the exception to that rule, and I so wasn't. It wasn't just moving house either. There was a lot of other stuff going on. Anyway, right, I should probably do some work. Good morning. It's the next day now. And Charlie and I are having a pretty slow morning this morning. He's got the day off work. Because, actually, quite fun. I just realised the camera is angled very up. Basically, when we didn't live in Norwich, Charlie and I would occasionally go and stay at this hotel called the Assembly House. And we love it there. Like, they do afternoon tea. I actually had my 16th birthday there. My sister had her 18th birthday there, maybe, as well. Like, I've always loved going to the Assembly House, but I'd never stayed there until... when was it? I think it was like October 2024. It's literally like this small hotel. There's like 16 rooms, but they're all so nicely designed. And we've stayed there a few times, like we've chosen to stay there. But then a couple of times they've actually contacted me in like a PR stay capacity and asked if I wanted to stay there, which obviously I always say yes to. But when we moved to Norwich, it was one of the things that it was like, oh, it's kind of sad that we're not really going to have an excuse to stay at the Assembly House because it's so close to where we live now that it's kind of, I don't know. I think we'll probably do it occasionally anyway, maybe for like special occasions and stuff. But they emailed me a couple of weeks ago and asked if we would be interested in going for like a press day in January and doing the Beauty and the Beast afternoon tea and then staying in room 16, which is like my favourite room. I think it's the first room we stayed in actually. So we're going there tonight. Oh, I've got someone sniffing my feet. Eliza. So we're staying at the Assembly House tonight, but it's handy because it's close enough that we can still pop home and feed the cats, can't we? So we didn't need to call in any favours, which is great. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So Charlie's taking the day off so we can go to the afternoon tea and just have like a nice chilled day. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I've just had a parcel and I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Basically, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I've been doing this series of making my life 1% easier every day in January. I did it last year as well. This year's been a bit weird because obviously we've just moved house. So like last year it was a lot of sort of decluttering and stuff, but I mean, there is still decluttering to do. But I feel a little bit more restricted this year to what I can do. But what we kind of did when we moved in was like bring all the boxes here and then just sort of shove things in cupboards without much order. And I will go back and reorganise them because I love organising, obviously. So like I'm actually quite looking forward to doing it, but including the fridge, everything's a bit of a mess. So I then got this email from a company called Joseph, and I thought they were like a really well-known company because I've like used their stuff for ages. I love them, literally like since I first moved out when I went to uni. I got some bits from there from John Lewis. But then when I said to my friends the other day, oh my god, Joseph have emailed me and asked if I want some gifting, they were like, I don't know who that is, which really shocked me because I love that brand. So maybe it's not as well known as I thought, but I think that's what's just arrived in this box. Yes, it is. Look how perfect these are, guys. So obviously I wanted to do my fridge sort out, and they asked if I wanted anything. I could pick something from their website. So I chose these fridge store undershelf can dispensers. Let's see how they work. I'm not going to show you the inside of my fridge right now because it is grim, although I am going to post it on Instagram and TikTok, so I don't really know why I'm choosing to be precious about it. Actually, it's not grim, it's not like mouldy, it's just a mess, and I'd need to like move all the shelves around and stuff to put these in now. But when I get back from the Assembly House, like tomorrow or maybe the next day, I'm going to do a big fridge clear out and I'm going to film it for one of those videos, and it's going to include these. I've made such a mess of this. Look. Hello, look what's arrived. So basically, They're like can dispensers. So you put your cans in. I need to figure out how they work. I'm confused. But you put your cans in and then they like slot onto the shelf somehow. I think maybe that's this bit. So they like sit straight underneath one of the shelves in your fridge. So like what would usually be dead space. And you can put cans into it. I am clearly not. Like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? So this like slots onto your fridge and then you fill it up with the cans and then it like slants, I think, so they roll to the front. So like you never have to like reach into the back.
But can.
Well, exactly. And then if you've got no cans left, you can just fold it out flat and leave it at the top of the shelf.
You don't fold it because you just go,
we need to buy some
more cans. Yeah.
But anyway, I thought they are very cool and will come in very handy, so I'm excited that they've arrived. Does that mean I'm old? That I'm getting this excited about can storage? I'm absolutely buzzing. Can't wait to use these. I need to do a big food shop really, because I've gotten into that annoying habit again of only buying food for that day. Like every day we're going, what do you want for dinner? I'll go to Sainsbury's. But I don't want to go to Sainsbury's every day, or Tesco, or any other supermarkets, because it takes so much time. Like if I added up all the time in a week I spend going to like Tesco or Sainsbury's, I reckon it's probably like 45 minutes a day. Like I probably spend like 5 hours of my week going to the shop to buy food for that day, which is insane. I really need to break that habit. I used to do a lot of like click and collect shops. No, not click and collect. The one where they deliver it to your house. And I always think that's really good because especially in the flat, I really didn't want to carry all the like heavy bottles and stuff if I was buying like drinks or cleaning products. I really didn't want to carry all the stuff up to the flat. And obviously if you do it that way, they have those like trolleys, which made it a lot easier. But now, obviously we don't live in a flat, so I don't need to be as lazy. But also I use Sprive, that app that I've talked about on here before, that basically like you get cash back from shopping and the cash back goes towards overpayments on your mortgage, so it can save you like loads of money in interest. And if we keep using it at the rate that we have been, we'll be able to shave a whole month off our mortgage in 2026, which is like quite an impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's quite an impressive stat. I do work with Sprive sometimes, so like just disclosing that, but I was a user of the app before anyway, and basically that in certain places it's only available online, like but in certain places it's only available in store, like supermarkets. So I don't want to do the like delivery to home because then I'll lose out on the cash back, and that could really save us a lot of money in the long run. So I need to get into a better habit of doing a big, yeah, we do love Sprive, but we need to get into a better habit of doing a big weekly shop in person so we can still get the cash back.
I'm very guilty of.
You forget.
I forget a lot, and then I then come home, and then Amy's like,
the other day you ordered milkshakes on Deliveroo and you didn't use Sprive, did you?
You know, I wanted a milkshake quick.
Yeah, but you can still use it.
You can.
You have to go on the app.
But I think that's going to be a New Year's resolution, I think, for me.
What, using Sprive? Yeah.
Because A,
got to get the mortgage down.
Got to get the mortgage down, and B, I want to live a stress-free life.
Well, yeah, and also, like,
so you don't pester me and go, did you use Sprive?
Fair. I'm obsessed with it. It's like every shop I do, I go, did you know that saved us £1.30 off our mortgage? Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it does add up quite quickly. And I
I'm
think
always like, boring. But it's
fun. I just like the fact that we can overpay without spending any extra money. Anyway, this sounds like a massive Sprive ad. It's not meant to be. I'm just very enthusiastic. I do have a code though while we're here actually. If this is the first you're hearing of Sprive, or if you don't have Sprive already, but you do have a mortgage. A robin? Oh, cute. You can use my code AMYA5 when you sign up for Sprive. I'll put all this in the description. That will get you a £5 sinus... No. That will... A £5 sinus infection. That will get you a £5 sign up bonus when you sign up for Sprive. So that's a £5 to go towards your mortgage if you don't use Sprive already.
And actually, a £5 can go a long way.
It can actually. Basically, I worked out that if we don't make regular overpayments on our mortgage, we will end up paying over £200,000 more than we borrowed over the course of our mortgage term, which I do not want to do.
It's compound interest, isn't it? Whatever.
Yeah, it's like...
And interest is calculated daily. So.
Yeah, so the more often you can make little overpayments, the bigger a difference it will make, apparently.
Correct.
Especially early on, because we're so early in our mortgage, starting it now, I think will make a big difference. Anyway, I'm so aware that this just sounds like a massive Spry ad. I'm just very enthusiastic.
You are.
They are not paying me to talk about this. Right, anyway, we're gonna have a big sort out. I fake tanned this morning and I honestly feel so much better. You know, I was having a bit of a melt. Well, having my hair cut, my brows done and a layer of fake tan has really worked wonders. And I think a tiny house will help as well. Tiny house, tiny mind. And our recycling bin's been taken this morning, which is great news as well. Because last week our recycling bin got rejected because where we previously lived was a different local council, so our recycling rules were different and we didn't realise. So that was a complete pain in the arse. Because obviously we've just moved in, we've got so much recycling and stuff. But very pleased that that's gone this morning. God. It's all just so exciting, isn't it? Bins, mortgages, what next? Please excuse all the boxes, but I've just gotten dressed. You can also see the hoover, brilliant. This is the outfit. I'm gonna wear loafers, I think. I nearly put this dress away with my Christmas stuff. I say that as if I've actually put it away yet. It's all just in a pile in my office. I don't know if it's a bit festive, but I feel like I can get away with it because it's still like wintry, you know? And I don't know what jacket to wear, but we will be mostly indoors. So I think I should be alright. Maybe I'll take a leather jacket or something. I don't know. The weather is gross. It's really, really raining. Right, we've popped out for a little mooch. Obviously, we've still got so much stuff that we need to buy for the new house, but really didn't want to go into the city because it's pouring down with rain and I didn't want to get my hair wet, so I only washed it. Well, I had it washed when I got it cut yesterday. And I'm lazy and I don't want to wash it again.
Understatement.
Excuse me. Anyway, we're going to Dunelm. Anything particular you want to have a look at? Oh, you've been Mike Wazowski'd.
What do I get up?
You know, in Monsters Inc. when Mike Wazowski has like a sticker put over his face and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Anything particular you want to look for?
No, not really.
Just have a little mooch then.
Just a little mooch.
It's quite fun because normally when I come to Dunelm I'm like on a mission for something boring like a curtain pole. So let's go and have a look at what they've got in.
Yes, let's go.
One thing we do need is a plain white bath mat. It's not quite plain white, but I like the texture of it. I've got this one, but I'm not very keen on that texture. Ah, this is the sort of texture I want, like the bobbly ones. What do we need? Oh, laundry basket.
Well, the amount of clothes that you wear in a day, probably.
We probably need two, one for lights and one for darks. Quite like that one. Up there. That's nice.
Yeah.
The stripy.
Probably for a day's clothes for you.
Shut up. Yeah, I like this texture of bath mat. What is the difference between a bath mat and a shower mat? I assume a bath mat's bigger, probably. I like this mug. It's a fun texture. That looks like a very satisfying mug, but I don't need any more mugs. Oh my god, look, it's Mike Wazowski.
What?
Mike Wazowski. Oi! Why are you pretending not to know who Mike Wazowski is? Yeah, it's funny, see? Right, mooch completed. There was an armchair that we keep looking at online, so we were trying to see if they would have it in store so we could actually see like the size of it in person, because I'm not very good at envisioning. Oh my god, I can't talk. Envisioning? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Not very good at envisioning these things. But they didn't have it, which was annoying. There was a picture of it on a sign, but they didn't have the actual chair, so I think maybe I might try like, you know, like people say to put masking tape on the floor and like measure out the shape of the furniture. I think I might try that, but yeah, I'm absolutely ravenous. So hungry.
Jinx, padlock. You just broke it.
Oh, sorry, what does that mean?
No, just me. I think it means shush your mush.
Okay. Well, I can't because I'm vlogging. That's my excuse.
I can't because vlogging. It's almost like the world doesn't revolve around you.
Fair enough. However, I am so hungry.
Yes.
Every time I go for afternoon tea at the assembly house.
Every cabinet drawer in my flat is on this wheel. Let me see what I'm going to declutter next.
Anyway, every single time I go for afternoon tea at the assembly house,
I'm late.
No, we're not going to be late. We're fine. But I never have enough space because I've always had like breakfast and
should get some
maybe
more
some
storage
lunch.
Boxes then.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And I always regret arriving like not absolutely ravenous because the food is so good.
Regret
there is so much of it. But today, all I've had is a Nature Valley protein bar.
Yeah, because I forced you to have it.
Yeah, because I was feeling
really unwell.
I was feeling a bit wonky because it got to like 2 p.m. and I still hadn't had any breakfast, which is silly, by the way. I'm not condoning that behaviour. I should have had breakfast like when I got up this morning, and then it would have been fine. But anyway,
it's almost like when you're meant to have breakfast.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, all this to say, I'm incredibly ready. At the Assembly House, they do these little cheese toasties, and I know that sounds very basic, but they are so good, and the sausage rolls are really good. And what else? I don't even know. Really
sausage rolls.
Yeah, the sausage rolls are really good. I mean, I'll show you the afternoon tea when it comes out. It's going to be stunning, I'm sure. Here we are. This is the sweet bit. I need to make sure I save space for here. This bit is like chocolate mousse in a glass. That looks amazing. And look, little rose macaron. This looks like Belle's dress. There's like a book on a shortbread, a white chocolate castle. I don't know what that looks like, sort of silver foil. It looks really cool though. I don't know what it is. And then we've got...
I haven't taken the foil off.
No, I don't think it's that. And then they've got... I have an apple allergy, so I don't have like the chutney and stuff that Charlie does. But these are the cheese toasties that I was talking about. Sausage rolls, sandwiches. Oh, so excited.
I'm so excited.
What's your favourite bit? Well, you haven't had it yet, but what bit are you most excited for?
Cheese toasty, always.
Yeah, the cheese toasties are so good. I literally don't even know how to start this clip. Okay, guys, so we've just checked into our room at the Assembly House. And there's been a bit of a plot twist. Sorry, what? I'm actually in shock. It's not a PR stay, guys. That was a ruse. I actually am speechless. I don't know what to say.
You're now a fiancé.
Oh my god.
It's quite a fat ring, isn't it?
It's so stunning! You're smug. I'm like... I just don't even know what to say.
This has been the biggest secret I've ever had.
Right, when I've calmed down a bit, I'm gonna come back and we'll debrief in a bit. What? We've just come home to feed the cats. What?
Little shits.
What? They found a bag of treats and they seem to have broken into it. They haven't actually done a very good job of... Oh no, it is wet, yeah. Babies. Hey, Eponine. Look! Are you going to be a bridesmaid? She's more interested in the treats. Eliza! Look, Eliza! Okay, right, it is a couple of days later now and it's been a busy couple of days. It turns out there's a lot of like admin to do when you get engaged. Everyone wants to talk to you.
They do.
We did lots of FaceTimes, didn't we?
Lots of FaceTimes. I think if there's someone that like looks at the stats of FaceTime, like my FaceTimes are normally once a day to my mum and sometimes to my dad. And then someone looking at my FaceTime stats, they must have been like, what is going on here?
Yeah, what's going on that day? Yeah, we literally FaceTimed like everyone when it happened and I couldn't believe it. So we just wanted to kind of tell you like the story. And also it's funny because obviously this is just a weekly vlog. It wasn't meant to be like an engagement announcement. I didn't know this was happening. So I now feel like the beginning of this vlog is really boring. I'm so sorry. My vlogs are normally boring.
Yeah, Amy's already shown me a bit of like the vlog, or like I was in and around the vlog obviously earlier on this week and it was really funny at times. There were certain things that Amy was saying and I was thinking, when this vlog comes out, you're going to look like a right idiot. But yeah, so...
Where do we even start?
Well, this...
First of all... You did so well with the ring. Like, I don't think I could have designed it better myself. I am absolutely obsessed. It's so beautiful and so sparkly.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time making sure it's perfect. I think, like, it's so easy to buy one off the shelf. And for me, I wanted something that really like Amy really, I think, deserves a lot more than kind of the average. So yeah, and also it just we were saying it reminds me a lot of like a Disney ring. Like it's just very sparkly, and
it's a proper like princess ring, isn't it? I love it.
Which, as a princess ring for a princess.
I'm a proper like passenger princess today. You've been doing all the driving. Anyway, yeah, I just thought we would kind of fill them in. Obviously, like you guys saw the whole day leading up. Like I was cleaning the house top to bottom. I wanted to go to Dunelm, and I was going, Mike Wazowski, and you were going, I don't care, I'm so nervous.
Yeah, that was.
Were you nervous?
I think like I was nervous, but I think I was sort of Amy knows, like the only way that I really deal with stress is to really almost like swallow the stress in a way and try and like really not think about it. So really try and like...
So maybe me trying to keep you busy was helpful.
Yeah, not around Dunelm, I tell you that.
We bought wooden spoons.
Yeah, we did. To be honest, like when you were going on about bath mats and stuff, I was thinking, mate, please stop.
So let me explain like what happened from my side, and then you can kind of give them a bit of context. So basically, obviously we were going to this afternoon tea and I was really looking forward to it, and I obviously thought it was like a press thing. And so I felt very like lucky to have been invited, and we were really excited, weren't we? Well, I was, you were terrified. So we walked in and clearly everyone in the assembly house knew. They'd been briefed. They understood the assignment. I now realise that's because my friends had already been there and were setting up the room for us. All of this was going on while we were just I was none the wiser having afternoon tea. They were causing absolute chaos elsewhere in the building. So we went for afternoon tea, and I thought people were being a bit starey, but I didn't really think anything of it, because to be honest, sometimes when you go to like restaurants and things as press, the wait staff are told to be like extra vigilant because they don't want you to give them bad press. So, but I'd been to the assembly house before and they'd never really been like that. Like you got the impression that they were just good all round. So I did think it was a bit weird that they were being so starey, but yeah, I assumed it was because they'd been told to like keep an eye out. And then one of the waiters, it was so funny. So we were just chatting, weren't we? Like absolute rubbish as always.
Talk for yourself.
Yeah, I was chatting rubbish, but like we were just chatting, and the waiter came over with our food, and he said, "Hello, me again. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important." And I thought, what a weird thing to say. Like in this scenario, we're not having a business meeting. Like this is literally afternoon tea. What could you be interrupting? Obviously he was concerned that Charlie was like hand in pocket about to get down on one knee.
Yeah, I found it really funny though, because I think I hadn't really said, I really hadn't said too much on like how it's going to happen. Now I understand that they were staring because they're like, oh, we want to see the engagement.
Is he about to do it?
But no, it was when they were
lovely. When I say they were staring, it wasn't anything like crazy. I just noticed a bit more eye contact than normal. Yeah,
like they were fantastic. And then yeah, he came along. Yeah, like he said, like I hope I'm not interrupting anything too important. And in the back of my head, I thought, oh mate, come on.
I just thought, what a strange bloke.
Whoa, what a strange thing to say. Yeah, so like we had a really lovely afternoon tea.
Yeah, we had our afternoon tea. You actually swallowed yours whole. And I know we were saying we were hungry, but Charlie ate this afternoon tea at breakneck speed. I was like, oh my God, calm down. At one point I went, oh, I don't know if I can manage that sandwich. Do you want mine? He went, do you not want it? Literally like swallowed it whole. I was like, oh my God, calm down. We're not in any rush. Yeah. And then basically as I was saying actually in the vlog, I never get to finish the desserts, and you have to have the strategy of finishing them one in the glass. I said that, didn't I? Did I say that to you earlier?
I don't know.
But basically there's one dessert that comes in a little shot glass always on all Assembly House afternoon teas, and they will let you take everything away apart from the shot glass. So if you want that dessert, you have to fit it in while you're there because you can't take it away with you. So I said to Charlie, right, I'm too full for this dessert plate, but let's just like chill, have another cup of tea, and then we'll have the one in the glass, and then because we can take the rest away. And he was going, well, I'm sure they'll let us take the glass. And I was like, well, we don't really need to take the glass. Like, we're not really in any rush, are we? We haven't got any other plans. Let's just chill. And he was like, no, really, I think we should ask if we take the glass. I was like, okay, whatever, we'll ask if we can take the glass then. So then he asked and they said yes. So obviously that was fine.
Surprise.
So then because we were staying there, they would let us take it to our room. And then I said to him, right, okay, I'm going to film like a room tour video because I did that for them last time I was there. Like I did it as a TikTok because the rooms there are so nice.
No.
And so I was like, right, just before we go in, let me just start this video in the foyer. And he went, could you maybe just do that after? And like, we'll do the room bit and then you can film the rest of your like room. You can film the rest of the video after and just edit it together. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess. Like, I don't know. I knew your vibes were weird, but I couldn't really figure out. I thought maybe you didn't feel very well. I couldn't really figure it out, which is weird because obviously normally you just say I don't feel very well. But yeah, it was strange. And then we walked over to the room.
Yeah.
And when we got in there,
Well, before that, the receptionist went, "Oh, have you stayed here before? Or do you want me just to hand you the key?" And I went, "Hand the key, please." Because I was like, I just wanted it to be, I didn't really want someone from the hotel opening the door because
you knew what was inside.
Because I sort of knew what was inside.
So when we went upstairs, I was obviously holding this plate of desserts. So Charlie took the plate of desserts off me, then started taking my handbag off me and my jacket. And then he opened the door and I was like, what on earth is going on? And there were like, there was like confetti everywhere and like little heart-shaped confetti and balloons and like, what are they called? Helium balloons as well. And over the, like, it was a 4-poster bed. So at the end of the 4-poster bed, there was like fairy lights and 40 photos of us that he'd had printed and sent to Abby's house. And I think my body knew what was happening before my brain did. Like, because you see things like that. And I mean, there's only one reason, do you know what I mean? He's not doing all that for fun.
No, I mean, like, I know that Amy loves, like, I would say I really do make an effort.
Oh, you do?
But, like, going to that length...
You've never got out the confetti and balloons for a staycation before.
Yeah, and I don't intend on doing it again.
Hey!
I mean, maybe for your 40th, that's coming soon.
40th? Excuse me?
Triggered. But yeah, so, like, I really do feel like I make the effort, but I think it was, like, I think Amy was... I felt myself giving off, like, really weird vibes because I would say I'm normally quite, like, open and quite, like, relaxed.
Yeah, I would agree.
Whereas because I was so stressed, my head was also, like, I felt quite, like, lightheaded as well. And I was like, I don't deal with stress. Like, I deal with, if I need to deal with something at a time, like, I'm quite good at kind of just getting through it. And then afterwards, my head just completely goes. And I felt like my head was going before I'd even dealt with anything. So yeah, we got into the room and Amy was like, "What the hell? What the hell?"
Yeah, I was going, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" Which is so funny because there's a video of when the girls were setting up and they were doing an impression of what they thought I would be saying. And it was so unbelievably spot on. I was going, "Oh my God!" And there are literally videos of them stood in the room going, "She's going to go, oh my God!" Like, exact tone of voice and exact, like, stance correct. It was so funny. But, yeah, and then we got in there, got down on one knee, didn't you? Popped the question. It was crazy. We do have footage. I don't know whether to share it.
I think I think maybe in the future. I think at the moment...
Well, we'll keep it for us for now.
Yeah, I think at the moment, because those that have got engaged before, one thing that I didn't really understand is when people say the engagement bubble, like I still feel like I'm really in that at the moment.
Yeah,
like
we'll keep it to ourselves. But it was crazy. And also I feel like afterwards it's so funny because there's such a mismatch in like emotion. Obviously you were really excited, but you were also so relieved. And like I'm putting words in your mouth, but from what he said, you felt like you'd kept such a big secret for so long. You were so worried about it that then to have it done, you were then like, oh, I'm so relieved, weren't you? Whereas I was like absolutely in shock. Like I was not expecting it. So I feel like we both sort of went into like overdrive. It was crazy.
And I think it's really interesting because the way that I would just leave my phone on the side for a few hours and I wouldn't think of anything of it. Like I'd think, well, if Amy went on my phone, like sure,
yeah.
all she'd find is probably me Googling like I did literally
Leeds football scores,
or like I did about half an hour before I proposed, making sure that I had the right hand. And Googling, is it the left or right hand that you put the ring on? But like normally I would just leave my phone around the place, and I don't keep anything to myself. No. Like if I've got a problem, like I'll just share it with Amy. And I felt like I was keeping this like massive secret, and
I had no idea.
And it made me like, I don't know, because I don't keep secrets, it felt really horrible. Like I felt like, I can't explain, like I felt dirty, like keeping such a big secret.
No, it was a lovely secret though.
And then I think when it was done, I'd already spent so much energy trying to plan, like, honestly, just a side note for Maria, Jess and Abby, like, thank you so much. Like, you just making Amy's day so special, and obviously really wanting to help me as well. Like, I really, really appreciate it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny. Like, what was I just going to say? Oh, yeah, because obviously at the moment I'm filming that series of Making My Life 1% Easier Every Day. A lot of them involve like clips of me being on my phone. So obviously I can't film them on my phone. So I was filming them on Charlie's phone, which is hysterical because sometimes I'd take his phone for like 20 minutes to film myself writing a list or doing something on my phone. And it's hysterical now to realise that you were like sweating. And I thought a lot of the time you were like you were very like present when I was doing that. And I was like, God, he really wants to be in these videos, doesn't he? He really wants to be involved in this. But no, you were just sweating. Yeah. Which is so funny. But yeah, I just can't believe it. You've done so well. I feel so lucky. Like the amount of effort that you put into it, the fact that the girls came all that way. Like we've driven around today and seen a few friends and my grandparents and stuff like that. And we're just... Yeah, I just can't believe it. And I'm so lucky.
Yeah, I'm so keen. I think you only ever get to do this like once in your life.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully anyway.
Hope so.
And I have always been someone that I think has always gone the extra mile.
Yeah.
And this was like the biggest test to see like how far I can go without sort of like ruining it for myself.
No, you didn't.
And I think, like I'm just making sure that I go the extra mile and really making that effort. And I think I did a great job.
You did such a good job.
Yeah.
I just keep looking at it and I keep making jokes, don't I? Going, oh, sorry, I can't get up from the sofa because my hand's too heavy.
It's always something where you can't.
Yeah. Well, it's a good excuse, isn't it? Anyway, I am going to show you a clip now of when the girls were still here because I asked them to give some like insight from their side because I thought that was quite funny. So I'll pop that in here.
Hello there. Right, well, we're home now.
You're engaged, aren't you?
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm blinded by
Ring check. all just been like chatting shit for ages.
That's not like us.
No.
We never chat shit.
And they're just about to go to London. Well, and back to Suffolk.
As well. Suffolk and then London, yeah.
So good.
But I just thought I would let them impart on you.
Yes.
The behind the
Some of
scenes.
our wisdom, some of our lore.
Yeah, because it's very fun to listen to.
It is, isn't it?
Right.
Where should we start from?
All
How
the
far
all the
back?
hints we've been dropping for ages.
Yeah.
Here. So
Yeah.
we had the nails over Christmas.
Well, our concern was that she was going to turn up in leggings, that she wasn't going to have any tan on, that she...
And that her like nails wouldn't be the way she would want them to
Not
be.
because we think that she should, but because we know that she would want
what Amy
that.
would want.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
So I sent several pictures of French tip nails saying January
Neutral.
Wait, where
January,
sorry.
like, because I was trying to drop it into her head.
Yeah.
That January.
neutral
Subliminal
nails.
messaging.
Yeah.
I put in the group
That was
chat.
like that.
I put in the group chat over Christmas on the 17th of December. I showed Christmas nails.
Then
And then Maria went, well, yeah, fantastic, absolutely amazing, fantastic, yeah, good. And then you'll want neutral nail in January.
January.
And you were saying,
And
oh, well, I
went,
did them
yes.
myself. I didn't want to pay to get them done because I'm going to need to take them off in a couple of weeks because as soon as
Yeah,
Christmas is
because-
done,
yeah.
I've definitely done all Christmas
Yes,
nails.
well, I did-
They need
yeah.
to be nice and neutral for the new year.
Because I said as soon as it's Boxing Day, they're off.
They're ready to
they're
go.
off. And
You
it's
can't keep
got
Christmas nails
neutral,
on.
neutral
And
January
that's
nail.
true.
And then I was giving some suggestions of
And then
like...
you said, oh, maybe neutral X Sparkle New Year's Eve, depending on when
No.
you're doing them, I suppose. Like if you still want Christmas nails for New Year's, or if you
Perhaps
want new ones for
neutral.
New Year's X January.
I was giving
Have you ever thought about neutral?
And also,
And then you said you're fantastic
this
bits
was
as well.
5 to 12 at night.
Yes, 5 to midnight.
Good.
When you're probably fast asleep and we're giving it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should
You're
do
already
this
in bed and
for
we're going,
Christmas.
nails!
Look at this, it's Christmas.
I think we had maybe about 3 separate conversations about nails. Like
And
spread out.
other
But that's
things.
not abnormal for
No,
us.
exactly.
No, it's
but
not.
we like just made sure to like shoehorn it in every so often
Yeah.
to like be like,
Subliminal messaging.
yeah.
Yes,
And what about the
that's
neutral
When
nail?
you saw that I'd done a French tip,
I literally took a screenshot, put it into our group chat, and I went, "Thank God she's done a French tip."
French tip, is it? You sent French tip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you screenshot her.
Yeah,
On the
from the
4th of
stories. I was like,
January.
French tip, is it?
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why I thought
French
you knew,
tip
because
alert.
I thought you'd sent us your nails, but no, you didn't. You put them on your story. But then I
Yeah.
said she knows, so she's put them on story, so we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were convinced for so long.
We
Every
were,
time
yeah.
you did something, we were like, "This is
She
her trying to
knows.
let us know that she,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she knows."
And she got her hair done. She was doing those things, and she was telling us that she
And
was
then you
doing
got a
them.
haircut as well.
Yeah.
And we were like, "Well, she knows then, doesn't
no,
she?"
my hair just looked awful.
We were
like,
gaslighting
super
ourselves to
haircut.
believe that she
Yeah.
knew.
And I
Actually
said to
gonna prove-
Meg, I went, I think she knows. And Meg went, yeah, knowing her, she probably does.
Everyone
Yeah.
knew except me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
she's
she
really
genuinely
good.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole of yesterday as well, when we were on the way to Norwich, we had like so many plans as well.
conversations.
Yeah, we were all like together going, right, okay, you haven't said anything in the group chat for
You
a while, so you need to
reply.
send a message so that Amy, like, her phone's going off and she doesn't think it's weird that we're all being really quiet.
Yeah.
And we're
And
like
I,
planning who replies to when.
I got my sister to send photos of her daughter, my niece, and to the group chat, so I
So
could
we
then
could
we could send it in
friends
to be like,
go,
oh, that Abby's
look
with
how
me.
normal
Abby's
it
with
is.
We all
So-
turned off our Find My locations, but then Abby turned off hers too
Oh my
soon
God,
because she was
yeah,
going to be in Suffolk for ages, and we didn't want you to be suspicious.
so I
then
turned it back
so she
on.
turned it back on, and Amy got a notification.
Oh my god, you sent it in the group chat. I
You
screenshot it just in case it was a cry for help.
No, it
And
wasn't.
we were all going, oh, fuck.
And
she
Abby went,
knows.
I fucked it, I'm going to get it
I
now.
was like, she knows now. If she didn't know then, she knows before. I fucked it. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
But no, she didn't
We
have
were
a clue.
convinced.
She thought that I was being attacked or something.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was.
And then I thought at the time what I should have gone is gotten you to reshare it with me screenshot it, and then gone, Abby, you've done it to me too. And she could have gone, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
think
assumed
about
we
it.
would have all got the notification. I didn't think it was me specific. I
Yeah.
thought
Oh,
like
that's
You
good
didn't
then.
say, to be fair, either. So
we should have said that.
Yeah.
for context. I don't know how much context I've given about what you guys were doing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How much have you
Weird.
I
told
can't
them?
remember.
Tell
I don't
her.
know because it was all a bit of a blur.
Tell her.
But basically, while Charlie and I were at afternoon tea, these guys were in the room, like setting up all the photos and
So many petals.
and the
Petals and balloons.
So many petals.
balloons and all of that
Confetti.
stuff, and filming TikToks, which are hysterical.
Yeah.
And then you watched us walk in.
Yeah, we left, but then we
It's round
ran
the
back.
corner.
It was
Yeah.
pitch black. Bear in mind it's 4 p.m. It's still
Raining
pitch black.
as well.
Yeah.
I've never done.
Yeah.
No, it was crazy.
And we
That's
were like,
so funny.
I could see on Find My they were just coming out of afternoon tea. I was like, we could watch them.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go into
We'd
the
already,
hotel
like,
room.
Left,
And
and
we
then we
just-
like ran back
And
round.
we looked at
trying
each
to, like,
other.
spy on
We looked at each
you.
other and we were like, shall we go and look? We went, yeah, go on, go on, go on.
Abby had a raincoat on and I was holding a Tesco carrier bag.
We were like, she's definitely not going to
With
recognise
her
you.
flares tucked into her socks.
Why?
Yeah.
Because she kept
She was walking
bringing
round.
dust and moving
The petals were going everywhere.
And I was getting so
Abigail!
I was getting so
What?
fuming with
flares
myself.
were flapping and
Yeah.
I was getting
So
so
like put the
fuming.
heart back together.
Yeah.
One in the
So I just-
bathroom.
That's
So I
so
just put the
funny.
socks into my
It's
flares.
because she got in the bath for
Yeah.
one of the things
Oh,
we were
God,
filming,
yeah.
and we were like, the heart, and it's because her flares were just going up.
They were going.
That's
And I was like,
so
oh my god,
Insane.
and when we were in the hotel room as well, there was a point where the guy that was on reception,
Oh, God.
he'd come up to bring, you know, the champagne or prosecco or whatever it was in the
Yeah.
glasses.
And we told him, if you need us, ring the
yeah,
phone.
we said, can you ring the phone? So like, if you need us, like, we know it's you.
Ring the phone.
No, he comes and like he does a bit of a knock. Well,
He
I didn't
knocked
hear
on the
him knock.
door.
He said he knocked,
Yeah.
and then we go, oh my god, and we literally, me and Maria were like near.
We were setting
like,
up
you-
the camera.
Yeah,
So, we were
like
sat in the wall of
around
the
the
TV.
corner. So from the front door of the room, you wouldn't have been able to see
There's
us.
like a corridor.
So it's
Like a
here.
little-
It's like this. Like you come through
yeah, from
wall,
like here,
down
and we're
the
like this
corridor.
bit here.
This is
I
room,
don't know if
and
they
this
can
is
see you.
wall
I don't
recess.
think
Oh, no, they can't see you. Yeah.
Oh.
But then
There's a long
there was
line.
like a TV with a recess,
And we
then
were around
literally-
it like
we
this.
were like this around the TV, going,
And I was just stood like this, and I was like,
and we were like looking at each other, going,
But we were deadly fucking silent.
what do we do?
and then he came paddling through
If
with
he-
his
when he
bucket of
walked
champagne.
in, he was like, "Oh, I didn't even think you guys were in here," and we literally were like,
We were like, oh my god, it's
my
just you!
God.
If he had literally said hello, we
Yeah.
could have just peered
We'd be
around
like,
and gone,
oh,
oh,
okay.
okay.
Fine.
If that was you guys walking into your proposal,
You wouldn't have knocked,
You would have
though.
walked into the
And we
proposal
would have been
and we would
like
have
this.
been.
Stood there by the camera.
And we were like,
Yeah.
God, we'd just have to turn around, wouldn't we? We'd be like, just to
There was nowhere to hide. There was
There
nowhere
was
to hide.
there was
The
nowhere to go.
bathroom door
There
is
was
right next to
nowhere.
the front door, so you couldn't even
There was
run to the
literally
bathroom.
nowhere.
We literally like
under the bed.
we were prepping to just
couldn't
turn
go
around.
in the wardrobe.
You could have gone in the wardrobe.
Where? Where's the
Oh my
wardrobe?
God,
Around the
Around the
wardrobe.
telly.
Yeah, no, the recess that we were in. Actually, yeah, it's all
When the
wardrobe.
thing is,
Oh
we
my
did-
God, I didn't even know.
We had no idea. We were
Yeah.
panicking.
If that had just happened, and then you guys had
And you
jumped
didn't
out,
know we were in
or I
London.
FaceTimed you when you were in the dark, and suddenly
No, you're FaceTiming
No
us in the
way.
midst of that. The FaceTime noise comes on,
That-
and you're like, what?
You're like, wait, we're there in the cupboard.
And we'd be like, surprise.
We did plan, like, if for some reason he texted to say that you were coming back up and we didn't have time to leave because we would have had to leave via the staircase, we would go into the bathroom.
Yeah.
But then we were really worried that we were going to have to be in the bathroom for a really
Hours.
long time.
Yeah.
Why would you have needed to be in the bathroom for a really long
Also, we
time?
didn't know what was
We don't want
planned.
to disturb the moment.
To be fair, we could have slipped out the front door
Romance.
by
Can
then.
you imagine if you were there in the room and then all of a sudden you just heard the noise and it was us?
And we're just side-eyeing you like this. Like,
Just trying to like shuffle
Stay
out.
still
really
and don't
slowly.
stay still and it
If we don't
goes
make eye contact, we won't know. You won't know we're here.
If we can't see them, they can't see us.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
it's crazy.
yes,
Oh my
you didn't
god!
know.
Open your brownie, God.
Oh my god, yeah,
Open
my
it.
brownie
Brownie
got
got unboxing.
And I said we need to not pick the right day because it might come early, and it did.
Yeah, it was meant. It's not meant to come till Monday. So imagine if I'd booked it in to come today, and it turned up yesterday, and you opened it, and it said, and it was like, "Congratulations on your engagement," and you're like,
Mr.
"What?"
and Mrs.
Yeah, before you even left.
When you were messaging about it, I had my hands full and I wasn't replying.
Yeah.
And I saw you being like, "Shall I order this?" And I literally came in and I went, "I had them early."
Yeah.
If you've never had a brownie god,
Sorry, I'll do that.
they are actually life
They're the
changing.
best ones.
And we always buy them for each other for things.
Yeah.
For stuff and
Thanks.
things.
I bought them for Maria when she looked after my cat.
No,
when I
you
was
didn't
away.
buy them for Maria. Paul.
No, Paul bought them
the
for
cow.
Maria.
bought them to Maria.
We bought them for your 100k TikTok tiny
Yeah, we
tips.
always buy them for
Yeah, we buy them for everything.
To Hammy and Charles, I'm just going to say it, ring. Big up to you both. What a great success. Can't believe you're going to get married or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's barely written, etc.
yeah.
Ah,
Mr. Mrs.
They're the same
That
way
is
we ordered for Abby.
great.
It's actually not Mr. and Mrs. yet.
No,
but
no,
I'm
not
doing
yet.
it.
No,
yeah,
it's
some
promise.
point.
Everyone can
Not
fuck off
soon.
asking when it's going to be Mr. and Mrs.
Well,
When
we're not,
you gonna
we're
be
not
Mr.
asking
and
Mrs.
Mrs.
Like,
Like-
When are you going to be Mr. and Mrs.?
wow. Thank you very much, my brownie god, and thank you very much.
We'll get married or
For
something
your
at some point.
assistance.
You're going to get married now.
At some point, maybe.
Not in a minute.
If you need any wedding planners, I can think of a really good engagement company, really reasonable rates.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you ever
Yeah.
need to sort of an event planned
Alright,
Yeah.
well,
or
good to know.
executed
Yeah.
in a very,
Professional manner.
well, no, I was just going to say quite a secretive way.
Yeah.
A sleuth,
Yeah.
a sleuth thing.
We
Quite
don't
good
need
at
to do that anymore.
No, secret wedding.
We could do secret wedding.
Oh, yeah,
Next
so,
one.
do.
shall we
Yeah,
elope?
true.
Could do, yeah.
Don't do that.
Well, no, you could
Don't
tell
do that.
us about the election.
Yeah, with us.
We said this is going to have to
we
be
did
the
see
Ellie
this
Goulding
thing.
song. Anything could happen. We should play that on the radio when you're getting engaged. I was like, oh my god, anything could happen.
And we did think that there was a radio thing in the room, and it kept talking, and we kept thinking that was you coming in, but then also we were like, we could put music on.
Yeah.
Ellie Goulding on. Anything could happen.
It's so funny.
Romantic proposal music.
Yeah.
Yes,
What's the one
absolutely.
that everyone uses, Ellie Goulding song? What's that?
I don't know.
There's like
The one from 50 Shades of
Come
Grey.
on when I love you.
Oh yeah, I actually hate that song.
There's
though.
a- put that on.
I actually hate that song.
Yeah,
It
me
was in the
too.
panto one of the years I worked it, and I
Oh,
hate
no,
it.
no.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if that was your first
Sorry,
song,
sorry.
but I
Everyone
don't
involved.
enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Anyway,
You're a turkey and I hate
Got
you.
engaged now.
Crazy.
Big
Whoa.
I'm just going to say it.
Whoa. Okay, so that is the end of this week's weekly vlog. I don't think I'm going to be able to top this week for next week.
No? Well,
Any plans up your sleeve?
I've got nothing left.
Fair enough. God, what a start to 2026. This year is looking better already.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have had a lovely week, and
Yeah, let us know what you've been up to this week. We're very pleased. Well, I'm very pleased to be back on YouTube.
I'm not back on YouTube. This isn't my channel.
No, but you like chatting with everyone, don't you?
I do like chatting with everyone, and actually I do every now and again go through the comments and just have a quick browse. Like, I might not necessarily reply to you, but we do go through and we
Yeah,
do.
we read them.
But yeah, I always like to hear what you guys are doing, whether you guys have any exciting stories at the moment, or if anything, like, we really like to hear good news stories. I think there's so much in the world at the moment that's upsetting so many people, and actually, like, it's so nice to hear so many people are still really doing such positive things. So
Yeah. Yeah. God, what a week. I was not expecting this, guys. This is a real shock.
why are we whispering?
I don't know. It just felt right in the moment.
Okay, bye guys.
Okay, right. See you next week, guys. Love you. Bye.